Hi, welcome to machine learning tutorial. In this video, I have discussed how to apply candidate elimination algorithm to find the consistent hypothesis for a given set of training examples. This is the solved example 2. I have solved 2 more examples and the link for the same is given in the description below. This is the dataset I will be considering for this example. There are 5 training instances are there, and there are 3 attributes over here. The first attribute is size, second one is color, and the third one is shape. And the target label or class contains 2 possibilities, yes and no. Yes means positive classification and no for negative classification. Now we will apply the candidate elimination algorithm to find the consistent hypothesis for this particular given data set. So in candidate elimination algorithm, first we will set the most specific and generic boundaries, that is S0 and G0. So first we will set the most specific boundary consisting of all nulls and the generic boundary consisting of all question marks. We will see one by one training examples, and then we will try to grow the specific boundary and then shrink the generic boundary. So the first example in this case is big red and circle, and the class label is no here. The meaning is it is negative example. If it is a negative example, the very first thing what we do is we will go to the specific boundary and then check whether the hypothesis is consistent or not. If it is consistent, we will retain as it is. Otherwise, we will write the next generic version. Now, the null will not match with big, the second null will not match with red, the third null will not match with circle. The no match means negative classification, expected is negative here, so it is consistent. So we will retain as it is. So S1 is null, null, null. Now we will go to the generic boundary and then we will check whether the hypothesis is consistent on the generic boundary or not. If it is consistent, again we will retain it. If it is not, we will write the hypothesis which is consistent with the given training example. Now the question mark will match with the red, big red and circle. Because it matches, it is a positive classification. Because it's a positive classification and expected is negative, it is a inconsistent hypothesis. So because it is inconsistent, we need to write all hypotheses which are consistent with the examples seen now. We have seen only one examples, but we need to write all those hypotheses which are consistent. Now how to write it? The very first thing what we need to do is we need to consider one question mark at a time, and then we need to write the opposite value of the value present at the current example. So the opposite value for the first question mark present at the example is small. So the current value present is big, the opposite is small. So we will write small, remaining 2 question mark we will keep as it is. Similarly for the second question mark. Second question mark, the value present is red, the opposite value is blue. So we will write question mark, blue question mark. The third question mark, the first 2 question mark we will retain as it is. The third question mark, we have circle here, the opposite value for that one is triangle. So we will write those the question mark and triangle as the hypothesis. So we have written 3 hypotheses. The next question is whether they are consistent or not. That's the next thing we need to check. Now the first hypothesis we will consider small question mark. Small will not match with big. Big, because there is no match, it's a negative classification, expected is negative. Perfect, or you can say the consistent hypothesis. Question mark, blue question mark. Question mark, blue will not match with red. Because there is no match, it's a negative classification, expected is negative, consistent hypothesis. Question mark, triangle. Question mark will match with big and red, but triangle will not match with circle. Negative classification, because it is negative classification, it's a consistent hypothesis. So all 3 are consistent hypotheses here. So we will retain all of them as G1. So this is a specific boundary, this is the generic boundary after seeing the first example. Now we will see the second example. So second example contains small red triangle. Again no, the meaning is it's a negative example. So because it is negative example, we will go to the specific boundary and then check whether it is consistent or not. So specific boundary contains all as null. Null will not match with these attribute values. Because there is no match, it is a negative classification and expected is negative. So we will retain S2 as null, null and null as it is. Now we will go with this generic boundary, and then there are multiple hypotheses are there on the generic boundary. So for each hypothesis, first we will check whether it is consistent with the training example. If it is consistent, we will retain as it is. If it is not, we need to write the hypothesis which are consistent with the example seen till now. Now, the first hypothesis, that is small question mark question mark. Small will not match with small here. Question mark will match with red. Question mark will match with red. Because there is a match, it's a positive classification, but expected is negative here. So this is not consistent. As this hypothesis is not consistent, we will retain small as it is, and we will consider the second question mark. The second question mark contains the value as red here. The opposite to red is blue. So we will put that particular blue, and this question mark will be kept as it is. Similarly, we will keep small and question mark as it is. And for this question mark, right now we have triangle. Opposite to triangle is circle. We will write that particular hypothesis here. So now this was inconsistent hypothesis. This inconsistent hypothesis was replaced with two hypotheses. Later we will check whether these two are consistent or not. But before that we will check this one. Question mark blue question mark. So question mark blue question mark will match with small here. Red will not match with blue. So because there is no match, you can say that this is negative classification and expected is also negative. So this one is kept as it is because it is the consistent hypothesis. Now we will consider the third hypothesis, that is question mark triangle. Question mark will match with small, next question mark will match with red, the third triangle will match with triangle. Positive classification, but expected is negative here. So it is an inconsistent hypothesis. So we need to write all hypotheses which are consistent. So for that reason, what we do? First we will take the first question mark, and the value present at this place is small. The opposite to this one is big. So the hypothesis will be big question mark triangle. So that is what the thing here. Similarly, the second question mark we will consider. The value present is red. The opposite to this one is blue here. So we will write question mark blue triangle. So question mark blue triangle we will write. Now we have written 5 hypotheses here. We need to check whether these hypotheses are consistent with all the examples seen till now. How many examples we have seen till now? We have seen 2 examples. So the first one we will check it out. Small blue question mark. Small will not match with big. Negative classification, expected is negative. Perfectly fine. Small will match with small, but blue will not match with red. So we can say that this is the negative classification and expected is negative here. So perfectly can say that it's consistent with both the examples. We will come to this one. Small question marks circle. Small will not match with big. So negative classification, expected is negative. Small will match with small, but this circle will not match with a triangle. So negative classification, expected is negative. So it is consistent with both the examples. So we retain it. Coming back to the next one, question mark blue question mark. Question mark will match with big, but blue will not match with red. Negative classification, expected is negative. Similarly for the next example, blue will not match with red. Negative classification, expected is negative here. So it is consistent with both the examples, so we retain it. Coming back with the next one, big matches with big, but this circle will not match with triangle. Because there is no match, negative classification, expected is negative. The next example, small will not match with big, negative classification, expected is negative. So it is consistent with both the examples, we retain it. Coming back to the last example or the hypothesis here, question mark blue triangle. Blue will not match with red here, and it will not match with the second example also. Both of them are negatively classified and expected is negative. So this is also retained in this case. Now after second example, the specific boundary contains 1 hypothesis and the generic boundary contains 5 hypotheses. Now we will consider the next example, that is the third one, that is small red circle, and it is a positive example. So because it's a positive example, first we will go to the generic boundary and retain only those hypotheses which are consistent. If they are inconsistent, we will remove them directly. Now this is the example and this is the hypothesis. Small blue question mark. Small will match with small, but blue will not match with red. Negative classification, expected is positive, so it is inconsistent, remove it. Small question mark, circle, small will match here, circle will match here, so perfect match, positive classification. So the first hypothesis is small question mark, circle. Question mark, blue, question mark matches here, blue will not match here, and then question mark will match here. But because there is no match, negative classification, but expected is positive here. So we'll remove this. Big question mark triangle, big and small, there is no match, negative classification, but expected is positive here. Again we will remove it. Question mark, blue triangle, question mark will match here, but blue and red there is no match, negative classification, because it is expected is positive, we will remove this also. So how many are present on the generic boundary is only one hypothesis. Now coming back to the specific boundary, null, null, null will not match with small red circle, because it is there is no match, it is negative classification, but we are expecting positive. So what we do is we write the next generic one so that it will become a consistent one. So null is replaced with small, this null is replaced with red, and this null is replaced with circle here. So this is what the consistent hypothesis with the third example. The next example is again the negative one. So first we will go with the specific boundary, and then we will check it out whether it is consistent or not. Small will not match with big, so it is perfectly or can say it's negatively classified and expected is negative, so it's a consistent hypothesis, it will be retained as it is here. So S3 and S4 are one and the same. Coming back to this G3, we will check it out whether it is consistent or not. Big and small, there is no match. No match means a negative classification, expected is negative, so it will be retained as it is. Now because it is retained as it is, there is no question whether it is checking whether it is consistent with previous examples or not. Now we will see the last example. The last example is positive, so first we will go with the generic boundary. We will check whether it is consistent or not. Small will match with small, question mark will match with blue, circle will match with circle, perfect match, positive classification, and expected is positive, so it will be retained as it is here. Coming back to the specific boundary, small will match with small, red will not match with blue, so the red and blue, the question mark will be replaced, red will be replaced with question mark, and circle will match with circle, so it will be kept as it is. So small, question mark, circle. So this is the specific boundary. We got one hypothesis at the specific boundary, one at the generic boundary. Now we will try to check is it possible to write one more hypothesis with respect to these two. We will try to find the first mismatch. There is no mismatch in these two hypotheses, so we will not be able to write any hypothesis from these two hypotheses. So and one more thing we can notice, that is the specific boundary and generic boundary, both of them are set to the same hypothesis. So we can say that S, that is specific boundary, and G, that is generic boundary, both of them are set to small, question mark, and triangle. Because both of them are pointing at the same hypothesis, we can say that this data set is perfectly learned with the help of candidate elimination algorithm in this case. So this is the procedure we need to follow to find the consistent hypothesis for a given training examples considering the candidate elimination algorithm. So this is the second example what I have discussed here. The link for the other two examples is given in the description below. Follow those particular links to find the solutions for other two examples for candidate elimination algorithm. I hope this particular concept is clear. If you like the video, do like and share with your friends. Press the subscribe button for more videos. Press the bell icon for regular updates. Thank you for watching.